Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, Mookie.
What's up, bro?
We got the baddest man on the planet, bro. Your boy Mike Tyson. This dude won the poll this week, bro.
He did.
He won the poll. They said react to Mike Tyson documentary, bro. So me and my guy was discussing, bro. This is a movie. It's not gonna be too much pausing. We straight locking in, yo. So if y'all new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, bro. Come watch this movie with us. I asked Mookie, do you got some popcorn? He said no.
Nah, no problem.
All right, Mookie, yo. Anything you gotta say before we start?
Let's go.
Let's get straight into it, bro.
Today's video is sponsored by Warpath.
When you talk about boxing, for most people, you're talking about the heavyweight division. The heavyweight champ of the world is an icon.
Mike Tyson. Iron Mike.
People around the world
You can see and everything, right? You good?
do want to see this American phenomenon.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
All right, I'm Mike Tyson, heavyweight champ of the world. I won titles, I had everything in the world, but I still had that darkness in me.
Pet tigers, bro. He wrestled with
I'm
them.
the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
That was a shot right there.
Because at this particular point, I was throwing, what can I say, hydrogen bombs. and at any moment, man, every punch was with murderous intention.
I believe he will be the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. And if he remains dedicated, interested, and without any distractions, I believe that eventually he will go down in history as the greatest heavyweight champion ever.
But first, a word from our sponsor. It's no coincidence I'm talking about this incredible game Warpath in my Mike Tyson documentary. Action, strategy, and destructive conquest. It's what made Mike Tyson Warpath. You are in command now. There was a mythos to Tyson.
There's never been someone that was as dominant or a scary moment in boxing history than Mike Tyson.
He was a great American success story, a street kid who fought his way out of poverty to astounding fame and fortune.
An ominous sense of dread.
Fear was a lot of Tyson's weaponry. The fighters came in almost frozen.
He comes naked with his shoes on. He's a gladiator. He signifies what he's about.
Mike Tyson's opponents come in with great psychological disadvantage.
Guys come into the ring and they are scared.
Black shoes, no socks, black trunks. As soon as you stepped in the ring,
The real Black Force energy, huh?
Absolutely.
the other guy across the ring, what were you thinking? I mean, because he was thinking, oh, that's my ass.
This has the anticipation of a Doberman who's happened upon 210 pounds of unguarded meat.
I dare them even to challenge me, these fighters, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? With their primitive boxing skills, you know what I mean? They're as good as dead.
It was a persona he was trained to adopt.
Wherever I've been, okay, what country, I've never had experience being captivated and spending that 7 years with Cus D'Amato.
He's the one who told me the size don't mean anything, but it was the intimidation factor. He said intimidation is the most magnanimous factor in life.
Won national junior Olympic boxing championships, 15-year-old Mike Tyson.
Let's watch this carefully. Because Tyson in the blue is a bomber. He's
Show the mic on, bro. Yo. All right, we good, fam.
trained by no other than Cus D'Amato. Oh, and there it's all over. Yeah, Tyson is coached by Cus D'Amato, who had Lord Patterson and Jesse Torres, 2 world champions.
'Twas just getting dark on Halloween night. Monsters and ghosts were out for a fright. You're the
I remember one day we were in a house, we were robbing somebody's house, and my friend who thinks he's a professional, he tried to lock the door, but the guy came, opened the door, and blew his brains out.
I'm from that world.
By age 10, Mike had been abandoned by his father and lived mostly on the streets.
Mike Tyson beat up a boy who stole his pigeon when he was 9. By 11, he was fighting for money.
Everybody would bring other kids from different neighborhoods around to fight me for money. I was really, hey, listen, I'm not showing off a bragging. I was just really a good fighter.
Engaging in constant criminal activity He was arrested 38 times by the age of 13.
I have been through some real hard times, and to get through them, I believe that there was something out there, like someone had a plan for me.
I got introduced to a gentleman by the name of Bobby Stewart, and he started teaching me how to box, because I thought I was a tough guy.
Stewart then brought Tyson to a gym above the police station in Catskill, New York.
Mike Tyson came to me as a result of an interest taken in him by a fellow named Bobby Stewart. Now, he was 13 and a half years old, I believe.
This old Italian guy that would be my mentor eventually, and his name was Cus D'Amato.
You remember Cus D'Amato, the man who managed Floyd Patterson's heavyweight title?
Cus was revered as an all-time great boxing trainer. As fate would have it, he just happened to be in proximity to perhaps the most talented, gifted fighter to ever exist.
And now, his seasoned eye for talent has spotted a fresh, up-and-coming young heavyweight named Mike Tyson.
He taught Mike from the age of 13 to the age of 19 how to control his emotions.
Cus D'Amato immediately saw Tyson's potential.
Your mind is not on your work. Your mind is not on your work. There's something distracting you.
He was my father. He was my father. And there's nothing else I could tell you. He loved me. I loved him.
Mike's over, and suddenly, from nowhere, all of the power I told.
Mike Tyson, he started out in heavyweight, bro.
I'm pretty sure. He was always a big dude. So Mike was always pushing close to 2 or at 2.
Well, I'm about to say, when that dude first seen him, bro, I wonder how much potential that he knew Mike had. Like, did he automatically knew, like, this dude right here can be the world champion, bro?
Cus D'Amato, definitely.
Yeah, bro, because a dude like Mike Tyson just hearing your background, it's like, yo, it's something got to be gifted in you, bro. Locked up 38 times?
38 times when he was a kid. But he was doing crazy stuff.
Silly stuff.
Stealing people's clothes and shoes and all
That's wild, bro.
You're about trained by Cus D'Amato. D'Amato says this young man is my reason for still living. I care about him. He is in fact my son. That's the way I view him.
It was the great boxing trainer, Cus D'Amato, who finally turned Mike's life around. Took him under his wing and rechanneled Mike's energies into boxing.
D'Amato immediately went to work, preparing him to be a champion.
When you get hit, that's when you gotta be calmest. That's when you gotta be calmest. When you get hit. A professional fighter has got to learn how to hit and not get hit. At the same time, be excited.
Tyson channeled the rage of the impoverished and abused.
I was angry. You know, I was just a little kid. But I was still bitter. I wanted to make people pay.
Being part of Cus D'Amato's family was therapeutic. It gave him direction, it gave him order, it gave him care, loving.
Tyson's teens were spent in the D'Amato family. Cus eventually adopted him.
If he weren't here, I probably wouldn't be alive today. The fact that he is here and doing what he's doing and doing as well as he's doing and improving as he has gives me the motivation and interest to stay alive.
And from the beginning I met him, he always talked to me like I would never talk to me like a child. And he said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to beat all these guys. We're going to win this championship. And I didn't even have an amateur fight yet, and he told me all these things. He just met me. I'm a little kid. He said, you're going to be the world champ.
You get emotional when you talk about Cus.
I didn't know I was the one.
Well, you were a specimen.
Things more than that to be a fighter.
Right.
Tyson, when I first had him, he was 190 pounds, nothing but muscle, 12 years old.
His anger cloaked him in a...
190 at 12?
At 12, pure muscle, bro. Crazy.
Bro, that's a basketball physique in the league.
As short as he is.
Basketball players is 190, yo.
12 years old.
All muscle.
All muscle.
Yo, that's crazy.
Shroud of intimidation.
I'm only 12 or 13 at the time.
You're not gonna take my title. You're the champ, fight smart. I like a tiger.
But I was a monster, man. Oh, man.
And it was 2 years in a row that I took him, and he won him by first-round knockouts in every fight.
Hey, Cus, 8-second knockout in the first round. 8-second knockout. Let's go home.
The help that Cus gave Mike was not only in the ring, but out of the ring.
And even though I had a mother and family, that was my first encounter with love.
Yes. And so you were the son he never had.
And I feed the fire until it becomes a roaring blaze. And then when it becomes a roaring blaze, I pour huge logs on. And then you really got a fire going. That's what I do with these boys. That's what I try to do.
Try to my right.
Did you live there at his house with him?
Yeah.
For how
They
long?
adopted me for, from 14 to 19 till he died.
Towel's coming in. Look at old Tyson jump on the rope.
He had maybe a dozen fights in the Junior Olympic Championship, and he knocked out every fighter he fought to win the national championship twice.
Come on, come on. Michael, come
When
on.
I go to big cities, everybody stop. You know, and it's like, wow, Mike Tyson. You're Mike Tyson, aren't you?
He's got the physique, he's strong. You know, he's awesome looking. But he's a kid in a man's body.
Everyone wanted a piece of the champion destroyer from the West.
See, everything Cus told me, I believed it because I achieved it.
Mike skipped the Olympics and opted to turn pro as soon as possible.
The professional debut of Mike Tyson in the ranks.
This kid with a butcher block body, just beating the bejabbers out of people in a wham-bam, thank-you, ma'am fashion.
Yeah, and this is not going to take too long.
He debuted to tremendous fanfare.
Oh!
He is going down, and if that is it in round one, that is a pretty impressive professional debut.
He did not disappoint.
And you just wonder how much of a tight schedule Cus D'Amato and Jimmy Jacobs, his two managers, are going to throw at him.
Jim Jacobs and Bill Caton were the management behind Tyson's early career.
Jim Jacobs and Cus D'Amato were very, very close friends.
And he served as another strong father figure for Tyson to confide in.
Because when I leave, he not only will know how to fight, he will not only understand many things, but he'll also be able to take care of himself because I have good friends like Jim Jacobs and Bill Caton, who are thoroughly and completely honest.
Jacobs also regards himself as Mike Tyson's best friend.
Jacobs had a very good relationship with Tyson. It was like a big brother, little brother type.
Bill and I both feel that Mike Tyson is definitely going to be the heavyweight champion of the world. The real question is when.
Well, we saw Mike Tyson's professional debut. Hard to believe it's just about a month ago in round one. But we didn't get much of a chance to see Tyson.
Ooh, good.
And already in what, second?
Why you try to go back and why you try to go back and forth with Mike like that though, bro?
Some people think they can do it.
And one thing I want to speak on, bro, it really seems like after I would say like after 13, he had like he was in good hands.
Yes, he was.
You feel me? And it's for somebody to see his potential at that age, bro. They most of the time when we watch boxing documentaries and stuff like that, people get messed up.
Yes, they do.
You feel me? And for him to fall into the perfect hands, that all had to be God, yo.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
Singleton touches down.
Storming his way through one pro after another.
Down goes Singleton again, a left hook this time. This boy is tough. Just a perpetual motion machine so far. This isn't going to go too long. We're already in round one. The referee humanely has seen enough. Tyson shrugs almost as if disappointed that the fight is over so quickly, walks back to his corner.
And when he turned professional in early 1985, he wanted to get him into the arena, back to the gym. If you let him run wild, he's going to get in trouble.
I think that in a way, Mike Tyson is an American pit bull. And that he was trained, you know, to be a killer in the ring.
Because
You know he can't hit you back, so you can throw the bomb with all the power you can generate.
Oh,
great.
So in today's time, he'll be fighting like Deontay Wilder and stuff.
Of course, yeah. He'll make quick work of Wilder.
I know, and but him as a him as a heavyweight, he moved like a lightweight.
Yeah. That's just because of the training he had. He had real good training back there.
Oh, because I'm like, it's messing my
really good training back there.
It's messing my head up, y'all, because heavyweights is not. I never seen a heavyweight like this.
Ain't never see how Mike worked, y'all.
Yeah, this is different, bro. Like
different.
for real.
He was different.
Mike insisted on knocking out at least one sparring partner a week.
Cus used to say, don't knock everybody out because you wouldn't have nobody to spar with.
Jacobs and Cus had an ambitious plan for young Tyson.
Nobody probably wants to
He was
spar
just
with
an
him.
amazing man. And once I met him, and I was getting in trouble a lot, but once I met this guy, my whole life has changed.
You know? What do you mean, like this? Yeah. I thought it was only when you threw over here.
They recognized the need to keep Mike busy, so Tyson fought almost monthly.
That's his trainer, Kevin Rooney, who was a pretty decent welterweight in his day, 5'10". He is not a big heavyweight. He's only a kid. Mentor and father figure, Cus D'Amato, has been raising him in the fistic arts.
Tyson was like a sponge. He just absorbed everything that Cus had to teach him.
His marauding style, coupled with blistering speed and head movement, seemed unstoppable.
Head movement, throwing the punches with bad intention.
Take your eyes off the ring card, girl. Watch the fight. We've had a good first round between Mike Tyson. His third pro opponent don't help him.
Oh!
Definitely was hurt there. Looks apprehensively at Tyson. It's like good right hand. Help him down. Early in the fourth, can Tyson finish this? I think so. A jolting little left hook that shook Halpin down to his heels.
He quickly developed a reputation for first-round knockouts.
Did you ever stop and think, like, man, how lucky am I that I ran into that man?
No. He said he summons me.
He summoned you. Whoa. He summoned you.
Because if you take a boy and you teach him how to fight from beginning to end, part of you is in him too. So that when he fights, part of you is in that ring.
From Catskill, New York, he is undefeated in 3 professional bouts, all victories, all knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Mike Tyson.
Oh!
This horrific storming destroyer just coming after your soul.
Your soul is mine.
Like a steam hammer. Boy, that was fast. Boy, that was hard.
220 pounds, but moved like a 160-pound guy.
Dang.
Oh!
See how fast that.
Oh,
left, baby.
The legs have gone. This is all over. Yes, it is.
Oh.
I don't believe it. That's well inside a minute. Tyson absolutely destroyed him there.
Kevin Rooney rounded out Team Tyson.
I remember Cus showing him how to throw the uppercut with the proper snap. And Mike would come right over here in the mirror and just practice it for like round after round.
Together with Cus, they molded Tyson into a force of devastation.
Bang, over here. Bang, with the left hook here.
Great boxing manager.
Great man. That was a great point in my life.
You know, America, the world, America is run by money. It's run by business is run by money. Money first, money first. The big businessmen, they make decisions based on money. How the money. Cus was the principle. What was right and what was wrong, and money meant nothing to him.
He used to tell me to be careful of this, to watch out for this, and everything that he said when he was alive came true.
Teacher of young boys.
Tyson not only has a very hard, terrific punch in either hand, but he has developed elusive qualities and has the most important quality, the will to win.
While in the gym, he practiced D'Amato's peekaboo style, fighting with one's hands high, as if in a defensive screen.
He has the ability, he has the potential, and most of all, he has the desire. He really wants to be a champion.
Think about it. Fighter who's a devastating puncher. You cannot really, calculatingly, plan for a fight to go 8 rounds or 10 rounds.
Yes, Mike Tyson, in my opinion, the most exciting young heavyweight in boxing.
He keeps punching. Schedule 6, but hold on to your hats. Nobody thinks it's going to go that far.
Oh, first.
Oh!
Right to the
Down
left.
he goes. The left hook just buried him, dug him in the ribs.
It was a
And Michael
left and a right.
Johnson went goodbye.
Think about it now. I want to go home. Grace.
My man came out with the most powerful punch I ever seen.
And it's all over.
Oh.
Goodbye.
I hope he's not hurt because that was a brutal, wide open punch.
I'll tell you, Michael Jack
think he
Johnson
knocked
earned
out
his
his
money the
teeth.
hard way tonight.
And still undefeated, Mike Tyson.
The man, in the truest sense, is an animal, but we say that in a positive way.
To use the word animal might be a bit of disrespect, really, but
Yeah, I
he
think he
certainly
knocked out
was
his
in the
teeth.
ring. I mean, he feared nothing, and he was brilliantly trained and managed. He was well looked after and well taught, you know.
Well, 8 previous opponents thought that they were the toughest for Mike Tyson. Donnie Long may well be.
Donnie Long was nicknamed the Master of Disaster.
Will this be a win that puts Donnie Long back into the heavyweight picture?
This will be a win to let everybody know that Donnie Long is back.
He boasted.
Sounds smooth. Not
Look
loud.
like an old 70s pimp.
Tyson would be a springboard for his career.
Man your battle stations. This is going to be a good one. Scheduled for 6 rounds.
Mike Tyson on the road. He's only been fighting professionally for 9 months, but so far very impressive, John. That power is awesome.
Tyson
His
again,
hands
another one of
off,
those fresh
off.
youngsters, only 9.
His hand.
They like all the way over here,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
bro, like I said, yo, when Mike Tyson linked up with the perfect trainers, bro, because that style
yeah,
is
it's
amazing.
solid. That's why I like it so much.
What's that style called?
It's called the peekaboo style.
For real.
Yeah, I mean, when you hold your hands high, you block here, you block here, you block here, you constant head movement,
right,
and things like that. So yeah.
19 years of age.
Oh! Get your big tail out of here.
Well, that was quick. Tyson putting him down here early.
This is very impressive. Mike Tyson not expected to come out this strong against Long.
5 of 8 have fallen in the first with a strong right hand barrage again.
He's trying to fight.
As bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look.
Oh! He about to. Oh my gosh.
It was interesting to see Long when he thought he was going to get up and then just kind of crumple down again. Well, I know there's a guy smiling out there. Cus D'Amato, 77-year-old trainer of Mike Tyson.
Tyson's ascent continued.
A lot of people came to look. Jesse Ferguson came to look. The Fraziers came to look.
James Broad was out there.
All of you come get some, because Mike Tyson's out here. He's waiting for you. All come get some.
Cus believing that he cared for the downtrodden people. He really was that guy. He was the guy that fought for the people that didn't have anyone to fight for them.
I mean, a coward and a hero, they're the same. I mean, they feel the same. It's what they do that makes them different. It's what he does that makes him a hero, and what the other fellow doesn't do that makes him a coward.
Mike Tyson undefeated in his 10th professional fight against Robert Collet.
And with a fellow with this type of competitive spirit and the punching power,
I
can't see him lose.
Left hook, good night. What a great shot. They keep wheeling him out. He keeps knocking him over. Okay, look at the stats. 10 fights, 10 wins, 7 inside the first round. Tyson impassive. Kevin Rooney cutting the gloves off. Is it getting a bit too easy for Mike Tyson?
Because in my opinion, the mind and emotions are about 75% of boxing.
Tragically, Cus D'Amato passed away.
I know this
The
killed
only real father figure Mike had ever known was gone. Cus had surrounded Tyson.
They ain't say too much about his parents, bro.
He had some bad parents, bro.
For real.
Yes. Some real bad ones.
Tyson with everything he'd ever need to carry on. A trusted management team with Jim Jacobs and Bill Caton. A loving trainer in Kevin Rooney, who'd been brought up by Cus himself.
Tyson still lives in the home owned by the D'Amato family.
The Tyson story is more, in more opinion anyway, the Cus D'Amato story.
If Cus would have remained in your life a little bit longer, do you think that your life would have turned out a little bit different?
Totally different.
I feel like his career and his life would have been very different if Cus didn't die when he did.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
You miss him to this day? Do you think, Mike?
How he died, bro?
I think Cus D'Amato died of old age. He was
Just
like
bad.
77.
Okay.
78.
That if he had lived, that your life would have been different? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The late and legendary trainer Cus D'Amato was the only real father figure Mike Tyson ever knew.
Had 10 fights, but very few of them go past the first round.
All of them went.
The bobbing and the weaving, the constant head movement, the crouching, etc.
Oh, hey, come here, 7 foot.
First punch he threw. Eddie Richardson, looking at the referee, is in much disbelief as we are. Tyson is a little icebox rather than a refrigerator, I'll tell you what.
Oh!
You lost a dear friend in Cus D'Amato not too long ago, and a lot of people thought you might not come down here and fight. You were quoted as saying Cus would have wanted it that way.
Well, most definitely. Even though he didn't, Cus D'Amato, being around him since the age of 13, I'm more like business orientated, and I know not to let anything get involved in business. You know, things happen. We all have disappointments, but we can't let these things stop our lives. We have to go on.
The heavyweight division has always been boxing's glamour group, and now a new star is rising in the division. He's 19-year-old Mike Tyson.
That's probably made him more furious, yo.
It did. But the fun part is coming.
Mike Tyson, like Muhammad Ali, transcends the sport of boxing.
I mean, dude, remember when we used to think that nobody could beat Tyson?
Yeah.
Remember?
I'm expecting not a Mack truck, but an express train to run over a guy that's standing on the track saying stop.
Oh!
Blood coming from the nose of Sammy Scaff already. A big left hook.
Everybody thinks that no one can challenge Mike Tyson right now. You could take anybody out.
Racing.
My mission is to go and destroy and not to let anything get involved. If you get punched, you get hurt. I refuse to be hurt, knocked down, and knocked out. I can't lose. I refuse to lose.
The Raging Bull, Jake LaMotta, had an ominous warning for the young fighter.
Stay away from all the garbage out there. Yeah. There's a lot of garbage out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, why do women
like...
have to be garbage, though?
I know, but it's, unfortunately, guys like you and I, we attract garbage.
His name is Mike Tyson, and he is very much a local favorite here in the tribe.
Tell me about this approach of yours to boxing. You enter the ring, you wear black, you don't wear socks.
I'll tell you, Mike Tyson has come to fight tonight. That's the first time I've seen a main event fighter come in the ring with no robe on. He says, I'm ready to go. Let's just do it. Oh, this guy is like a ball of granite.
Don't go to the bathroom, don't get a snack, don't even get up to look for the channel changer. This fight is not going to get outside the first round.
Raised them.
Just net them, yeah.
Awesome is an overused word in the 1980s, but Mike Tyson is absolutely awesome.
I had 15 fights in 1 year, 15 knockouts, so you take it, send it to all the sportscasters, and then come in and people just start bidding to have me fight in their city or whatever, their town.
David Jacob, the white.
With his size, could he have fought middleweight, bro? Because he fighting.
No. 190, nowhere near middleweight, bro.
Okay, I get it. But when he fight, everybody that he fighting seems bigger than him. I know he all muscle, but just naturally, like, just seems big and just look bigger than him, bro. He look like, I guess because he 5'10".
Yeah.
He just shorter than everybody, bro.
And he just demolished everybody. A tank.
Fighter in the dark blue trunks mixed it with the best. Tony Tucker, Pierre Kutzer. He's knocked out Razor Ruddock. Can't fault this
quality of opponent for Mike Tyson.
Tyson had made believers out of the public.
Oh.
His capturing the heavyweight title seemed like a foregone conclusion.
Gracious. He too little. He too little. Slender man.
We're predicting that Mike Tyson will be the next heavyweight champion.
Yes, that's true. Mike is a ray of sunshine coming to the heavyweight division.
Kid Dynamite.
But the majority of the boxing world picture him as the man who will be king.
Tyson Mania took the sporting world by storm.
He has recently been on the cover of national magazines, notably Sports Illustrated and The Ring magazine, a feature in People magazine.
I don't believe there's ever been a fighter who has reached this prominence this quickly in the history of boxing.
People don't realize that heavyweight boxing in the early 80s was dead. Nobody cared. Because Larry Holmes, after he beat Muhammad Ali, everybody was sad. Right. It was like a sad thing.
You wonder what pressure, if any, Tyson experiences at this stage of his career.
Uppercut.
That shot to the body and that uppercut, boy, he did that so much.
The nose of Jesse Ferguson, the right uppercut.
He opened you up.
Yes, sir.
Tuck that. Oh!
Just right through your guard.
Oh!
And of course, as a result, generated far more press and far more coverage on television than any fighter in boxing history.
I want to tell you one thing, being there, we were right at ringside. I have been to a lot of fights, right? And I have never heard punches like I've heard your punches. I mean, I've seen punches, but I've never heard them. They were the loudest. Either you hit the hardest or that man was just like made of cement or something.
Everybody's been talking about the young man from the Catskill area. 18 fights so far in his professional career in just 1 year as a pro.
Another spectacular first-round knockout.
Trying to make every shot count. Every one is a grenade.
Woo!
14 months ago, Tyson was earning under $1,000 a fight. Today, separate deals with ABC and HBO have brought in over $2 million for 8 fights.
And then there's his age. At 19, is it too much to ask to be the heavyweight champ of the world?
$2 million back in the day, a lot of money.
That's a whole lot of money.
And when I walked in that building and Mike Tyson walked into the ring without robe and the reaction of the crowd, I had never at any time seen anything like that.
He wears no robe. He wears no socks with his boxing shoes. He says that makes him feel more like a warrior, more like a gladiator as he enters the ring. And eclipse Floyd Patterson as the youngest heavyweight champion of all time if he wins the title anytime before May 5, 1988.
Hey! Come here!
Mike has an ability to slip punches that has not been seen in the heavyweight ranks since Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
They had to rewind it, bro. Come here!
It's still undefeated, Mike Tyson.
It was now
First
that
round.
Don King made his first appearance in Tyson's career. Here's 80s Tyson speaking about King, juxtaposed with present-day Tyson.
Don King had helped me through a great deal of pressure when I was going through distress. Bill Caton didn't care to put 2 cents in. No one else cared to help. So no one can tell me anything bad about Don King. If I say Don King's a no good, lousy thief, then everybody can believe me. He's a no good, right?
Then I got caught up with this other piece of Don King. He's a wretched, this is just a wretched, slimy, reptilian mother.
So it's more than just a business relationship.
Absolutely. Basically, he's just like anyone else. He's a father, he has children, he loves his grandkids, and
One thing I'm saying, bro, it seems like he's looking for that father figure, bro.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not even doubt that or lie about that. Yes, he is.
He's looking for good role models. It's good that he's looking for good role models.
Yeah,
Cause he
Don King definitely ain't one of them.
Yeah. Well, what I'm getting, it seemed like it so far.
Happy, and he's happy his life's very successful.
He's just a bad man. He's a real bad man. He abused you, and he would throw you. He's ruthless. He's deplorable. He doesn't know how to love anybody.
Do you think he ever, as people said about others, robbed from you?
I don't believe he ever robbed from me.
Don King is facing a grand jury investigation, and there are accusations that he mishandled Mike Tyson's money.
First of all, just let me say, only in America.
Lord
I'm excited about HBO having a fantastic show tonight, another sellout for HBO.
The trajectory of Mike's life was about to change.
It's Mike, big Mike Tyson, in the ring, set for that next step. Backs off from a sharp right uppercut to the body by Tyson. The count is 6. The count is 8. He will not get up. It's over.
Sam, show me what heavyweight throws punches that quick.
This man's talents and skills and how he's honing those skills. Talking to Jim Jacobs there.
But here, the spotlight falls most directly on 20-year-old Mike Tyson, whose public appeal grows every time he fights.
Marvis Frazier, who has just entered the ring here in the Glens Falls Civic Center. The record 16-1 with 7 knockouts.
You know, because I started to learn who I could really be. Not who I wanted to be, but who I could be at that particular stage.
Joe Frazier's son?
That's his son.
To my life.
Tyson comes out slugging.
He comes out smoking like Marvis's father, Joe.
Killed him. Killed him, mookie. Oh.
Yeah, with that.
You got knocked. He was falling the first time.
And he just kept catching him on the way down.
Out.
It did not last 20 seconds.
His fastest knockout, which came against Marvis Frazier in 1986.
Right now, there is Jim Jacobs. Yes.
Manager Mike Tyson talking to him.
Look at a guy like Mike Tyson in his prime. I mean, he was the epitome of dedication.
By the fight, I was confident. I trained real hard with my trainer, Kevin Rooney, who I owe a great deal to.
Kevin Rooney had guided Tyson's training every step of the way. Much like Mike, Rooney was a disciple of D'Amato and had been with Mike since he was a kid. Their closeness allowed Rooney to continue to press Tyson for strict training discipline, despite Tyson's growing fame and ego.
Well, the fact remains, the press and the public alike continuing to sing the praises of this man, Mike Tyson. They think the next great champion.
You would get into the ring, and people were scared of you.
Okay, don't anybody go to the toilet or the refrigerator. Mike Tyson, short working hours, he punches in.
92,
punches straight back out.
92% of knockouts, bro. That's
everybody.
Crazy.
And punches out.
One of the things that's always fascinated me about you is this ability you have to intimidate opponents. A lot of them seem to have been beaten before they got in the ring.
To weaponize fear in a way few ever have.
When you came around, all of a sudden, everybody's watching heavyweight boxing.
Oh. Oh!
The heavyweight boxing wasn't boring again. It was the most crazy, exciting thing in sports.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Mike Tyson, at age 20, would contend for the WBC heavyweight title.
He will have a shot, it appears, at the heavyweight title. The undefeated heavyweight has signed to fight in the HBO title unification series, and he'll face Trevor Berbick, the WBC title holder, probably sometime this fall. And if Tyson should beat Berbick, he would become the youngest man in history ever to win the heavyweight championship.
Berbick was the last person to fight Ali, and he hurt Ali very bad. When you fought him, was there any revenge?
100%, yes, no doubt about it. I said, oh, I can't wait till I get him. Him and Larry Holmes.
The fight brought out all...
What one of his role models was Muhammad?
Oh, yeah, of course. That was all everybody role model.
But I'm just saying, you know, some, like, I forgot, we watched George Foreman, the person that George Foreman...
Oh, Sonny Liston.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, one of his role models was Muhammad. Okay.
All the A-listers. and Tony Danza.
I laugh at Tony Danza. And I'm super creepy, Rob Lowe. In the morning,
Eddie. Okay. Yeah. It's lit.
So
It's
now
lit.
the moment of truth is not far off. This will be the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. He could go into the record books tonight if he can capture the title from the reigning champ, Trevor Berbick. This is what Mike Tyson has trained his whole life for. This is what Cus D'Amato and Jimmy Jacobs trained this man for.
I believe he will be the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. And if he remains dedicated, interested, and without any distractions, I believe that eventually he'll go down in history as the greatest heavyweight champion ever.
He called.
He's always talking about the situation. He was saying, you know, if you really took a deep interest in it, you would be champ of the world. And he would say, with no problem, you would be champ.
There is electricity in the crowd. I've got goosebumps. On the line, the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World.
Oh.
Put it right, another left hook that just ran.
That's my man.
It would have happened to any fighter, because at this particular point I was throwing, what can I say, hydrogen bombs. Every punch was with murderous intention.
You talk about being on the stage.
Oh, the punch and then the counter right after was crazy, yo.
Double trouble.
Don't you ever touch Muhammad
Double
Ali,
trouble.
bro.
Punch was with
Bang,
murderous
bang,
intention.
bang, look, bang, bang,
You
bang.
talk about being on
We all let him
the
see,
stage
yo.
on a moment and capturing that moment.
Position, not using the jab of the bell ends. Round one, a good round one for Mike Tyson.
7 coming in. Look careful.
This is round two. The WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Trevor Berbick and Mike Tyson.
Hey,
That
hey,
was the coming out.
hey,
That was the star going on Broadway and saying, I am a star. Look at me.
And he's down. He'll have to take the standing 8 count as he snaps right up the count to 4. And
He
5.
absolutely destroyed him. He knocked him all over the ring. It was over in 2 rounds, and at that time you thought, this guy is going to be the champion for a decade or more.
Tyson seized the title in spectacular fashion.
He goes down. He should be able to get up from this. His legs may...
This is a title match, Mookie?
Absolutely.
Bro, family, this is a title match?
Absolutely.
He shut the air as Trevor Berbick falls back into the ring.
Mike is a boy prodigy. He's 20 years old. He is quite an incredible force in the heavyweight division, but he's just a boy.
It's all over. We've got a brand new heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson.
In a devastating second-round knockout, Mike Tyson, age 20, became the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history. His managers, cornermen, and friends ran to congratulate him. Tyson kissed Jim Jacobs.
Jimmy Jacobs in there. Bill Payton also worked with him.
At 20, he was the youngest heavyweight champion in history.
If it wasn't for Cus, this would never happen. The idea I'm the youngest champ in the world. The idea that it'll live forever. The record I think will never be broken.
I guess that deserved, you know, a kiss on the lips.
Kiss on the lips. No, it doesn't.
Heavyweight champion.
No, it doesn't. Crazy.
Hey, I'm the heavyweight champion.
For my foot right there.
Boom. He's probably up there right now saying, you did a lot of mistakes. You did a lot of mistakes.
The title brought fame, money, and temptation.
Juvenile delinquent to media superstar in 7 years, he adorns the covers of magazines. A charismatic young man who displays some power in the ring.
What was that like, to be the youngest heavyweight champion? Did you get to enjoy it, or was it just pressure, leeches, trust problems, betrayal, that everything that came with money and success after
Yeah,
that?
but I thought that's what it was.
Hi, I'm Mike Tyson, heavyweight champ of the world. Let's talk boxing.
Great champions have their fans.
Help me. Help you. Say no to drugs.
But very few have been cheered and loved.
Was Mike Tyson ever in a movie, bro? I know he was on like
He was
little.
in a movie. He was in a bunch of movies.
For real?
Yeah.
like this one.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out from Nintendo. Now you're playing
Game
with
right there, baby.
What?
The world media has descended on Las Vegas again. And one of them will leave the ring with the WBC and the WBA titles.
Astronomers have recently discovered a rare supernova, an exploding star. Mike Tyson is boxing's supernova, a force of nature who has exploded on all of us.
Already strapped,
Hey!
Tyson now sought to unify the heavyweight titles.
Another big left hand. Thomas is hurt. And now Tyson moves in for the kill. 2 uppercuts and a left hand. Thomas trying to hold on. Serious trouble.
Goodness gracious.
Beating the butt off of him. Oh!
Stop the fight.
Go to sleep, Pop.
And down he goes. It's over. It is over. Thomas did not make it by the count of 10.
I think he's going to be heavyweight champion for a very long, long time.
A man with a chance on August 1 to unify the championship in the eyes of all 3 existing governing bodies.
One man will climb out of this 20-foot square with the undisputed title for the first time since February 15th, 1978.
Tyson aimed to unify all 3 heavyweight titles.
Mike Tyson entertains the public. When he enters the arena, it's the same feeling people get.
People pushing them off of you, say that.
They're going to watch
Get
a
off
picture
of
like Jaws. They know they're going to be shocked, entertained, amazed, but affected emotionally.
You don't know what he want to do.
Mike Tyson had become the first undisputed heavyweight champion in 10 years.
Well, how many people could handle that, too? I mean, the money, the fame, at that age, you're the champion, the baddest man alive.
For the Holmes fight, Mike was going with 3 girls, which seemed to be semi-serious about 3 women. This was Miss America, Robin, and a very gorgeous model.
He had 3 girlfriends?
Yeah, he was dealing with 3 girls. You know, he just weighing his options. Sort of how I used to be.
What, back in the day?
Back in the day, you know.
Larry Holmes had
Nah,
famously
he had
beat Muhammad Ali
Naomi?
down in Ali's final
yeah.
days of boxing. Cus D'Amato took the Holmes beating of Ali so personal, he called
wanted Larry
Ali the
Holmes.
day after to complain about it.
The next morning, Cus is on the phone with Muhammad Ali. How do you let that bum hit on you, Kev Ali? How do you the bum? Why you let that bum beat on you? You know, Cus, he's almost getting sensitive, you know, emotional. Why is the bum? And he was saying, but I said, when I get big, I'm gonna get him for you. I'm gonna revenge you.
Right.
If I said some stupid, I'm gonna restore your honor. And then January 22nd, I'm fighting him. And then Ali comes into the ring and says, get him for me.
Tyson was in his prime as a knockout artist. He was so lethal.
Great.
There's never been a heavyweight like.
You really, but all right, man. I know you gonna get him for him, but you really count that one though, bro? Like he's
What?
38 years old, yo.
Man, hey, he signed the contract.
I know he did, but he don't move the
So
same.
it counts.
So I'm saying though, a young Larry Holmes, would he have given him a better match?
But probably, but I think Tyson would have still destroyed him.
Got him. Mm-hmm.
Like him before.
A big right hand, and down goes the former champion. 17 seconds. He may be able to get by the round now. He should be hanging on. Now with the right hand.
Oh.
Hey.
He tried. It was that looked like that was the last punch he had, and it got caught in the ropes, bro. That hurt, yo. That was the last punch that he had, Boogie. Look, I got something for you. Ah!
Not today.
Get him for me.
Down he goes. Now he's hurt. It's all over. He is knocked out. He didn't even bother the count.
Tyson would marry Robin Givens following the fight.
Got to marry some people from during my addict stage, and
At Tires Plus, you're in the driver's seat. Our Plus means expert vehicle advice.
Did all his other girlfriends get mad?
They had to.
Once Mike got married, Robin, Givens, and Ruth, of course, were very interested in taking over Mike's career.
They moved into a grand New Jersey mansion.
But as soon as she got married, she called up and said, she's Mrs. Mike Tyson. I'm taking over. I want to see all the books and all the records.
The ink wasn't dry on their marriage license before she hit the bank.
It was reported to us here in New York that Robin and Ruth were at the bank already claiming Mike's accounts.
And Givens began pushing Mike to manage himself.
Oh, man, I didn't even know Shorty was like that, man. I'm
think that?
I'm looking at her because I seen her in a bunch of movies. I'm like, dang, that's a beautiful black
I ain't
woman.
saying she a gold digger. But she ain't messing with no broke.
Man, Robin would manage him.
Within 2 hours of the champion's arrival here, Tyson Mania was in full cry.
Tyson headed to Japan to face Tony Tubbs.
Mike Tyson の来日3日目の様子を
Giant. He is a symbol of the United States.
Now that I'm married, I no longer spend my wealth. My wife spends all my wealth.
The new bride's arrival only added more fuel to what was already the hottest story in town.
Tyson spent more time touring the country with Givens than he did training.
Mike Tyson fight as Mrs. Champion. Robin, inquiring minds want to know, how does a woman who went to Sarah Lawrence and Harvard Medical School wind up falling in love with a guy who's a graduate of the School of Hard Knocks?
God, I want to know too. There's something, we have a lot in common, traditional families, and we just sort of love each other.
I'm not from there. I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the dirt, hard bone, segregated ghetto. That's where I'm from.
The trenches, baby.
We have a lot in common, traditional families.
Tyson exploded on the scene in Japan. Swarmed by adoring fans, he was treated like a fabled warrior from some ancient
If
time.
you have seen Tyson before, you are aware of what is called the gladiator look. No robe, no towels, no socks, just the black trunks, the boots, and the 10-ounce Everlast glove.
He brings a professional record of 33 victories without a loss, 29 KOs, and 15 in the first round alone.
For the first time since Mike's been fighting as a professional, the other co-manager, Jim Jacobs, has not been able to make this trip.
Tyson's head movement was eroding, becoming less and less effective.
Tyson is now being hit, isn't he? Whereas in his early fights, he wasn't.
1 minute to go in round one. Tubbs landed a left.
Cus recognized early on the importance of Tyson staying very active.
The concept behind Mike fighting every 2 weeks was Cus D'Amato.
But money and the influences of Don King and Robin Givens have altered the way Mike approached his career.
30 seconds left in the round. Both fighters have had their say here. Tubbs is hurt.
And they call up at Tubbs.
Yeah.
They come up at Tubbs.
Big Tub ain't know what he was doing.
And the fans are enjoying. They're showing their appreciation here.
This is your first fight as a newlywed. Were you thinking about that at all? Did you want to put on a special performance in any way?
Not at all, because when I'm in the ring, I'm objective, tunnel vision, and it's just, this is my world in here.
In 1988, Jim Jacobs passed away.
Funeral services were held at Hillside Memorial
This is how the
Cemetery for
trainer.
boxing manager Jimmy Jacobs.
Manager Jim Jacobs died in 1988.
Tyson had lost his second surrogate father.
No love in your life
No
until
love
you're
in
13.
your life. And then you come into all of this money because you're the best fighter in the world.
That created the opportunity for Don King to move in on a confused 21-year-old kid.
Before Jacob...
He's still only 21, bro.
Still really young, yep. Yep. You gotta understand, yo, Mike was different, bro.
I'm starting to see that, bro.
He was different.
And that, man, yo, females and people, man. Dang, yo.
Gibbs was buried, Don King made his move.
Boxing complex of promoter Don King has become a home away from home for heavyweight champion Mike Tyson.
Now in the picture were a wife, a mother-in-law, promoter, and advisor.
Tyson Spinks was the most anticipated heavyweight fight in years.
$1 million gate occurs when the two fighters are so popular that the public demands the fight.
But the lead-up was dominated by Robin Givens.
Robin Givens Tyson has apparently filed a lawsuit against Bill Caton.
He was in the mix with Givens. Don King is trying to pull him away from Caton.
King used the media to insinuate Caton was stealing from Tyson. Ironic, since King would go on to steal over $100 million from Tyson.
Greed reaches at the deepest core of people. It reaches deep at them, and they're fighting for me and stuff and all that crap. And then that made it easy for Don King to sneak in, and he used, he got me good.
So I'm in the dressing room with Tyson, and I'm looking to rattle this guy.
The manager of Michael Spinks, who went wild after he discovered that Mike Tyson had had his hands taped.
Spinks' manager got cute before the fight and forced Tyson to rewrap his hands to try and throw him off. Tyson began putting his fists through walls in anger.
And he's punching. He's punching holes in the wall.
The sound prompted Spinks to investigate.
Oh, no. This guy's getting ready to fight my guy, my little guy.
The undefeated man who brings the drinks, Michael.
Oh, he undefeated too.
As always, no shirt, no robe, no accoutrement.
Black Air
The life
Force
that he
energy.
lived back then was unmanageable. He was the king of the world. He was in his 20s. He was buck wild, just going crazy, flatlining people. Everywhere he went, people would throw rose petals at his feet and screaming, cheering fans.
A record of 34-0, and that doesn't count his recent bouts with his wife and his manager.
That night, Tyson was as good as any fighter has ever been when they got in that ring.
There's something where you attain its heights and you just don't do it again. But that night he reached his peak. It was the most awesome heavyweight fight I ever saw in my life.
Oh.
Uppercut landed inside and Spinks went down.
That night, Tyson was as good as any heavyweight has ever been.
And he's down again and in serious trouble.
He's not going to make it. It's all over.
Mike, when he won that.
Did Mike rounds go past 5, bro?
Did Mike, yeah. Later in his fights, but right now, no.
Title, he had all the titles, and he was married to Robin Givens.
Baby.
Things started to happen, and everything went south.
As far as my career, you know what I mean, there's no fighter like me. I was reading today, there was some fighters in the papers quoting, I don't like Mike Tyson because he's too cocky and he's arrogant. But for all the fighters that said that, you know what I mean, I let them know, there's no fighter like me, and I can beat any man in the world.
Bill Caton managed Tyson's career from the beginning, but was forced out of his job the night of the Spinks fight.
Tyson fired Bill Caton, turning to Don King for management and promotion.
He changed entirely. His marriage and Don King changed him into a different person.
After his marriage to Robin Givens and his association with Don King, Tyson's life seemed to unravel. Lawsuits, car accidents, and domestic brawl.
After the Spinks fight, Tyson went into a downward spiral of legal troubles and financial issues.
Stormy summer of '88, the broken hand against Mitch Green.
Mitch Green threw the first blow. He punched him in the chest.
This like outside.
Yeah, this outside. But they fought in the ring though. He ended up a boxer. Mitch Green a boxer, but he was a street dude in New York.
Right.
And he was bothering Tyson. Tyson was up in Dapper Dan's one day. You know, Dapper Dan's like the exotic store where you can get you a Gucci trench coat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was up in Dapper Dan's one day, and he started, and
Something
you know, dudes in the streets like, yeah, you know Tyson up and down. He's like,
Right.
what? So he went over there and got his issue.
Right around, this area right here.
Green suffered an injury to his eye. Tyson, a hairline fracture to his right hand. And who knows how much damage to his reputation. Early this morning, Tyson was expected to appear at New York's 25th precinct.
He wrecked his car after a reported heated argument with Robin Givens.
It's my belief Mike really turned into the Mike we know today. As his marriage to Robin Givens came apart, so did he.
In a nationally televised interview, Robin Givens told Barbara Walters that Tyson was a manic depressive.
He gets out of control.
Look how he
Throwing, screaming.
A charge that would later prove groundless.
He shakes, he pushes, he swings.
But when I look back at it now, I can't believe I sat there and didn't say anything.
Robin Givens divorced him. Their marriage lasted 8 months. She took his house, $10 million, and Brad Pitt.
So she brought a guy.
What you need to know, bro?
And who she had? Yo?
She had Brad Pitt.
That's a slick man.
No, he ain't that slick.
Home to see her. You want to know who it is? Brad Pitt.
Brad must have been smoking a joint, or he must have been drinking something, because he was real close to me in the car and he had no idea. He didn't see me. But then when he got out the car, he saw me.
Oh,
And I lost a lot of money. I kept getting lawsuits. Lawsuits this, lawsuit here, lawsuit here. Most of my money I've tricked off on lawsuits. If I spend $250 million on girls and trips and clothes, that's nothing to what I did on lawsuits, okay?
It's not a question that I stood up for Bill Caton. I stood up for what was right, for what Cus had started.
Longtime trainer Kevin Rooney protested, so Tyson fired Rooney too.
Rooney was a wonderful trainer for him. Kevin Rooney loved him, but Don King made him fire Kevin Rooney. And I think the day Tyson fired Kevin Rooney, there was a cap put on Mike Tyson's development as a fighter.
Rooney had trained Tyson from 1982 to 1988. The final strings to Cus D'Amato were severed. It was now the Don King Show.
So suddenly there was a whole new cast of characters around Mike. And I think that Kevin Rooney didn't fit into the picture.
Tyson came out firing in his first fight without Kevin Rooney.
Yes, that's the new executive trainer in charge of the team. He was really imposed on Tyson. Tyson didn't want him, but finally he agreed to accept him.
While his power was still there, his head movement was still slowing.
He stopped moving his head. He started to jab less.
Oh, lovely left hook there from Bruno. Cracking punch.
Under Don King, his boxing technique began to decline in the road.
His skills were eroding. Less lateral movement began to expose him to more headshots.
It was just getting dark on Halloween night. Monsters and ghosts were out for a fright.
Oh, yo, this boy out here to kill something.
Survive it. Terry Lawrence is in with the towel. It must be all over. The best
He would have fell.
Yeah, he was going to die.
champion the world has seen for some time.
How dare them challenge me with their somewhat primitive skills? They're just as good as dead.
Mike Tyson is the most famous athlete in the world. Fame has even followed Tyson across the sea to Japan.
Tyson's in Japan to defend his heavyweight boxing title against James Buster Douglas.
Rumors swirled about Tyson skipping gym time.
After my divorce from Robin, I lost a lot of desire in my fighting and stuff. Matter of fact, I was training and one of my sparring partners dropped me.
Before the fight, rumors had swirled about Tyson's mental and physical state. He'd been knocked down in sparring.
I had a few fights with lesser opponents and I was successful without training hard at all, basically for the fight. And so I didn't take Buster seriously.
There was no longer any voice in his life that would dare speak against him.
So I went to Japan, hanging out with a lot of women, had women in my room.
Bobby Brown said that Mike Tyson and I were in Japan. We basically stayed up all night partying with 12 Japanese girls. I kept telling Mike, you need to go to sleep and get some
lying.
sleep.
Stop lying, Bob.
He said he need to get some sleep for the fight tomorrow. He said, then you told Bobby, listen, I'm not no amateur. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I did talk that slick shit.
Right,
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
can beat me. I got this. I go to bed whenever I gotta go to bed.
Somebody's watching me. Who that talking to him? That's Don King?
No, that's not Don King. That's somebody else. That's not Bobby Brown. The story is about him and Bobby Brown.
Okay.
But I don't know exactly who that's talking.
By this time, Tyson was alone.
That was my song.
No wife, no family,
shut up.
no real friends.
Well, in the important game of expectations, this fight is over before it begins or soon thereafter.
It's a tragic story, but it's also like there's so many lessons in that story. It's like for all of us, it's like there's a lot to learn, you know, what happened when it got all the way to Buster Douglas, when it was like he felt like he can't lose.
Please welcome the challenger, James Buster Douglas.
Buster Douglas always had a tremendous amount of talent, but he never totally put it together. But then his mom died, and he decided he was going to Mike Tyson up for his mother. So it was a perfect storm of Mike Tyson being king of the world, doesn't even feel like he has to train anymore, and all on the way, Buster Douglas for that fight trained like a demon.
He was 37-0 at that particular moment in time. He was fierce, he was menacing.
You begin to file through your memory for the biggest upset in heavyweight championship fight history.
Douglas insists that he's going to shock the world in this fight. If he should upset Mike Tyson, it would make the shocks in Eastern Europe seem like local ward politics.
See his head movement going. Look at that. Tag.
Another right hand lead by Douglas.
Like when you're fighting at the real top level of a sport, you know, if you start missing training, start taking drugs, start sleeping around.
I don't think I've ever seen Tyson absorb that kind of a 4 or 5 punch combination.
His training team was so inept, they had forgotten one of the most standard pieces of equipment, an end swell.
And he has swelled up Mike Tyson's eye and his dominant.
Put a rubber glove full of ice and water on there. You got to be crazy, yo. This is his new training corner. Crazy.
Dominating the fight right now.
And of course, that infamous corner treatment that he got in Tokyo, Tyson.
Because you knocked him down, I think, in the 8th round, and he got like a very long count.
The referee gave him extra couple seconds to recover that he shouldn't have.
And there's a right hand uppercut, and down goes Douglas.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out. You're out, Buster. No, he's out.
What he cheated? Why they say?
No, they was cheating. They didn't do the count right. The 10 count right. So excuse me. So they was over there doing it ringside. And the person that was doing it ringside was doing it the right way. But this is boxing. Like I said, it's the filthiest sport on the planet.
And the bell ends to save Buster Douglas at the end of round 8.
I believe he will be the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. And if he remains dedicated, interested, and without any distractions, I believe that he will go down in history as the greatest heavyweight champion.
First person to ever knock him out.
Down goes Tyson.
What I took from it is that it was the beginning of the end of Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson that we knew.
It's over. It's over. Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
The aura of invincibility was gone. Tyson's demons had finally caught up to him.
Does it seem like a dream?
Yeah, pretty much like a blur.
And suddenly, Mike Tyson, perceived as this giant monolith, has been reduced to being another heavyweight champion who got defeated.
You have seen a piece of sporting history, the like of which there has perhaps never been in a boxing ring before. Mike Tyson's reign is over. I can't believe
The
it.
defeat sent shockwaves around the world.
James Buster Douglas is the undisputed heavyweight champ of the world.
Buster Douglas, the new heavyweight champion.
Mike Tyson, who has often bragged that no man alive could beat him, refused to be interviewed after the fight.
It's just one of the things. I was sleeping and I got my ass whipped, and it doesn't change me. I'm no different, no less of a person or anything.
Tyson was motivated again to reclaim his lost prize.
Tyson's reign of terror over the heavyweight division lasted 3 years and 3 months.
But as he entered what should have been his prime.
So at the peak of your career, you were convicted and sent to prison for rape, which you write that you did not do.
Her name is Desiree Washington, an 18-year-old college freshman.
Another beauty pageant contestant quoted you as saying, he's got a lot of money and he's dumb. You saw what Robin Givens got out of him.
He's someone that, he has so much money, he's always throwing it around. I might as well get a piece
Black
of it.
America.
You know, that's how people looked at it.
Serving a 6-year term at the Indiana Youth Center, Tyson was back in the setting he knew all too well.
Everything his adopted father, Cus D'Amato, had tried to prevent had come true under the tutelage of Don King.
And they destroyed the greatest fighter I've ever seen.
You have to understand, me being behind prison is going to be a lot different than the average person being behind prison.
Hey guys, come on, shut up.
Yeah.
Sorry, champ. It was Jerry.
The debt is paid. The prison term over. 3 years ago tomorrow, Mike Tyson entered an Indiana penitentiary.
Tyson went straight into training, and the fights came back.
Yes, Tyson is back, and with him comes the attention and excitement that only a superstar can generate.
Tyson came back with a vengeance against Peter McNeely.
How old is he? Only probably like 27 during this time, right?
Probably in his early 30s or late 20s, yeah.
As the former champion makes his final preparations in private, you wonder if he has rekindled that burning rage that made him once nearly invincible. Now, if the former champion is to climb the mountain one more time, that journey must begin tonight in impressive fashion.
Tonight, making his return to the ring, introducing the one, the only, Mike Tyson.
Through all the upheaval, Tyson remained the sport's most famous and infamous figure and its biggest box office draw.
The intensity. He wants to get this fight over as soon as possible. He wants to be impressive. He wants to be destructive.
Cus D'Amato once told him your greatest asset can become your greatest weakness. And McNeely, as advertised, comes right at Mike Tyson.
Goofy.
Hey!
The convict was still a draw. His very first fight after release won him $25 million.
His erratic spending and substance abuse worsened.
Mike Tyson is departing.
Tyson went out of the gym. Said that one fight won him 25 mil? What's that got in your eye?
I ain't mean for y'all to see that, but
It look like
real.
you sure Mike Tyson hit you?
No, he hit me.
Was alone and isolated.
How much money do you think you spent on drugs? I mean, you're an incredibly wealthy man.
I don't know.
I used to do coke.
I spent enough.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. There was a lion in the front yard, loose.
Wow.
He was on the steps like this with a heavyweight belt. What was that? What? What? How come nobody wants to get out the car and play with my cat?
You and him coming over your house in a limousine, and you had was it a lion or a tiger?
Tiger. He must have with a lion, but he had the tiger.
This is a crazy picture. You in your underwear with a tiger on a chain.
What made you think you could get a tiger? Like, how did that even happen?
Pet tigers, bro. He wrestled with them.
I still didn't have peace. I still had that old darkness from back before. So I become this addict now, because I always drank my whole life, never stopped drinking.
His boxing skills had faded slightly.
Yet Tyson continues to miss. And missing again, and missing again.
Put it, pivot, swing around on your opponent's side.
Take his one, man.
Goes back.
His boxing skills, it is slightly, but it's like if he hit
he wasn't training the right way, so he started losing.
Yeah, but if he still hit you,
the power's still there. Definitely.
You can't let the man hit you, yo.
What makes me successful is my ego, my desire, my self-hate, and the fact that I want to be up more than. And people want me to be down.
Tonight in his first title fight since losing the undisputed world heavyweight title to James Buster Douglas, February of 1990.
After a series of quick knockouts, Mike Tyson would take aim at recapturing the heavyweight title.
Combination uppercut by Tyson. Tyson laying it on.
Gracious.
Pouring it on. Down goes Bruno. It is all over. It is all over here in round 3. Mike Tyson is champion again.
In a blink, Mike Tyson had retaken the heavyweight belt.
New WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
He battled Bruce Seldon for the WBA title.
A very loose-looking Bruce Seldon, a very serious-looking Mike Tyson.
He had now unified the titles again.
And Tyson with a left hook, and Seldon is down on his stomach. Forget it. He's wobbly.
You can always punch, and that's it.
It's over in the first round.
I unified the championship again when I beat Bruce Seldon. I fought him and beat him in
So he got the championship again.
a one-round knockout, and I had 2 belts on my
Who this dude is?
Bruce Seldon, he was a champion back in the day.
waist. After being out of prison, out of 11 months, coming out of prison with 2 belts on my waist, I really thought I was somebody special then, because no one's ever done that, not even Muhammad Ali. And then, once again...
I thought George Foreman did that, though.
No, George Foreman only won 1 belt. But you got to remember, back then, all those organizations didn't exist. You had maybe 1 or 2 organizations. Now you got the WBO, the WBC, the WBA, the the IFB, and a few other organizations.
Right.
That gives belts to all these different guys. So everybody is just champions everywhere.
Right.
That's why Floyd be saying, even though his record is similar to Rocky Marciano, because he retired and he never lost either.
Right.
Floyd's argument is, I fought more champions than him. That's because it was more champions to fight.
Right.
It wasn't like that when he was fighting. So, yeah.
Everything go away, and I believed I was God. I believed I was great. I didn't believe I had to train for them. I thought everybody was afraid of me.
Finally, after many impediments and obstacles being put in both their path,
Only 1 belt remained to become undisputed once more. This time, he would have to face Evander Holyfield.
Apparently, Holyfield kept headbutting him over and over again. The ref didn't do anything about it.
Huh?
And no one warned him, no one took any points for him. What am I to do? This is my career. I can't continue getting butted like that. I got children to raise. And this guy keeps butting me, trying to cut me and get me stopped on cut. I gotta retaliate.
So Tyson got really dazed and confused, and finally, he just snapped and bit his ear off.
He bit his ear off?
He got bit, I think.
I kept on saying, I want to get him back. I want to get him back.
Evander Holyfield, look out! He's pushed right here, above us by Tyson. He's got bit in the ear. Oh my goodness, he's got a bloody right ear.
Hold on. He ain't bit his whole ear off. He
just bit a piece of it off.
Holyfield bit by a dirty Mike Tyson.
So we go back in, then all of a sudden, you bit this ear.
He bit his ear again? Off?
The other ear.
Off? Or he just...
bit a piece of that.
Evander Holyfield for the second time.
Mike Tyson will fight again, and you'll pay to see him. But this time, you're going to pay twice as much.
His tasteless performance against Evander Holyfield spawned headlines like Reality Bites, Paper Chew, and Irresponsible.
To say when the budding occurred, and I thought I might lose because of severely of a cut above my eye, I just snapped.
You know, we have never seen the Mike Tyson Bowl that was here before he went to prison. Since he came out, we have not seen that Mike Tyson.
After a 2-year layoff, Mike Tyson's ban was lifted, and he was allowed to return.
18 months after being disqualified for biting the ears of Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson comes back.
That's all it took. One shot, he may not get up.
Then, he called out Lennox Lewis.
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lennox is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Though he still had a puncher's chance, he was a shell of his former self.
So the man who once was the youngest heavyweight champion in history now will try to regain the title at the advanced age of 35.
The fight wasn't Tyson's last, but symbolically, it was. Kid Dynamite was never coming back.
So now it's just chaos and cocaine and women, and then eventually the wheels fall off.
I was madly in love with Cus D'Amato. I became, he broke me down and rebuilt me back up, and I became totally loyal to him.
My over-under was 90 seconds.
Mike Tyson literally exploded into our living room.
When he was being trained by Cus D'Amato, he was living the total existence of a man hell-bent on becoming the world champion.
Remember, from the side, you can let that punch go at the waist.
Stewart has stated categorically that he knows he needs to keep throwing punches to try to keep Tyson occupied. If he stops throwing, he'll be dead. This could be quick.
I was afraid of a 30-second soundbite.
The fight is over.
Boxing is the theater of the unexpected. In many ways, that sentiment perfectly describes Mike Tyson, forged under the tutelage of the great Cus D'Amato.
Mike permits himself to be pushed around. He is one person in the ring and a completely different person when we go out.
A theater of the unexpected.
Scared of the real man. I'll you till you love me.
By the looks of this guy, this is not consensual sex we're talking about.
This guy's gonna be champion as long as he wants to be champion, and it's obvious he wants to continue being champion. Heavyweight champion of the world.
What will people remember about Mike Tyson 50 years from now?
50 years? I don't know. That's the most destructive, ferocious fighting machine that God ever created. Yeah, that's what I think.
Nobody brings it home like Joe.
Nobody.
Woo! You know a little bit about Mike now.
Bro,
a little bit about Mike now.
Honestly, yo, do you think Mike Tyson is the greatest person that ever put on a pair of gloves?
No. No. Mike let too many things get to him. Might let the outside things corrupt what he was doing inside the ring.
I'm talking about skill-wise.
Skill-wise, no. He was the most, you know how Shaq was dominating? I'm going to say he was the most dominating fighter at one point in time.
Bro, he top, in any boxing conversation, he top 3.
No, I don't think so. He top 10. I don't know about top 3.
Top 10?
Yeah, he top 10.
This man knocked out 80% of people, bro.
I mean, but think about, like, Julio Cesar Chavez. You know what I mean? He went like 86-0.
We gotta get to those stories, bro. I think Mike Tyson is one of the most greatest boxers that put on a pair of gloves off the documentaries
I would say
seen.
he's top 10.
Top
I don't know
10?
about top 3. No.
Yo. Yo. So what you think about that Lennox Lewis and that last match? He was
fighting for a paycheck. He was was fighting for.
Overall, though, Mike Tyson, bro, what do you think,
Mike
man?
Tyson is the man. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite fighters. You know, he's not my favorite fighter, but one of my favorite fighters. And, you know, he dominated his whole era. You know what I'm saying? It was just the era where, you know, because definitely back in the 80s, that's when Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard and all of them was fighting. That's when a lot of the lighter dudes was getting heavyweight money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because in the 70s, it was all heavyweights. So, you know what I mean? Mike Tyson brought the glory back to the heavyweight division. He was doing things that people ain't never seen before. Them little popcorn microwave fights, 12 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds of the first round. You know what I mean? And definitely that was amazing. You see what I'm saying? And I honestly respect it. I like dominance. And that's just what Mike was. He was just a dominating boxer.
Bro, he would have went, honestly, that man would have went undefeated if it wasn't for, I mean, of course we can't take it back. But the man clearly would have went undefeated just due to off his, you feel
If he
me?
would have probably stayed focused and not fell into
But
the
for
trap of
him
the
not to
world.
stay focused 2 fights, Mookie, he only lost 2 fights.
He lost 6 fights.
Oh, they only showed 2 on the thing.
He lost 5 or 6 fights, yeah. They only showed
It's probably due to his lack of training and everything. It can't, bro. That man is amazing, bro.
I listen, bro. I'm not saying nothing bad about him, but I'm saying, to me, he's not the greatest fighter ever. I'm sorry, he's not.
Man, look, man, this was an amazing.
What do y'all think? Who's y'all favorite fighter?
Look, y'all, if y'all stayed this long, we want to highly appreciate it, bro. We highly appreciate it. And if y'all stay this long, y'all need to check out our Patreon, bro. Check out our Patreon because y'all showed mad love by even staying this long, bro. I told y'all, grab y'all popcorn. Y'all voted for this. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We always will put in the work off the requests that y'all asked for,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Anything else you got to say before we get out of here?
Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. I hope we can spend another hour together.
We love you. We appreciate you. I'm Nick Dunson.
And I'm Mookie Dunson.
And we out, baby. 1.